up, YouTube? It's your boy, FrokeTuber75 here. And today I'll be talking about my top 20 favorite cartoon characters. But before I start the video, I have a quick announcement to make about this video. There's one mistake in this video. And if any of you can spot it, please let me know. But anyways, let's get right into the video.
Number 20. Number 20 goes to Toad. No, not that Toad. This one. Anyways, Toad is number 20 because he's a break fan that can actually talk, and I think that's pretty cool. Considering how he did in his own episode about the trucks and stuff, I thought it was really cool that he actually got to be the star for once. So anyways, Toad is cool, so anyways, let's move on. Number 19. Alright, I said it before and I'll say it again, but Krang is my favorite villain because, one, he's actually a little talking brain. Two, I think he has like one of the devious plans I've ever heard and seen what he's trying to do to the turtles, and I think it's a cool idea that they made him like really badass and stuff. But anyways, Krang is number 19 because I just think it's cool to see a villain being on one of my favorite cartoon characters. So anyways, let's move on. Number 18. Number 18 goes to Diamond Head because Diamond Head is super cool because of the diamonds, and I also like the name because he actually has a diamond for his head. But anyways, Diamond Head is number 18 because the thing that makes him stand out is how he can use diamonds as weapons and stuff. And I think that's really cool, considering how he can use his blades as hands as blades, or as power gems, or he can shoot stuff with it. Anyways, I think that's really cool that he can do that stuff. So anyways, let's move on. Number 17. Number 17 is 2012 Donatello, because I really like that this Donnie actually that he made his own retro mutagen and stuff, but I think they made him into, his character development was great, like absolute great, and I think it was handled very well. But anyways, the reason why Donatello is actually on this list is because I really like that he isn't just a normal Donnie. It's because I think he actually goes through the most character development, even through Raph. I think that's really cool. So anyways, let's move on. Number 16. Number 16 is Cannibal, because I like Cannibal, and the reason why is because I think it's cool that he can roll around, and I also think he might be the second strongest Ben 10 alien there is. I'll talk about the first one later. But anyways, Cannibal is super cool because I actually like that he can actually roll into a ball, and I think it suits the name perfectly. But anyways, I think Cannibal is super cool, and I think that he actually is like one of the most used aliens. But anyways, let's move on. Number 15. Number 15 is Gordon, because Gordon is actually one of my favorite Thomas Trains of all time. But I think he looks like Henry sometimes because of the little two sides on him. But anyways, I think it's cool that he from time to time he can be smart, but other times he could just be as cocky as James. But I think it's cool that they break that down, and I feel like he gets more character development more than anyone else in the show. But anyways, Gordon is actually on this list because I like him way better than Henry. So anyways, let's move on. Number 14. Number 14 is Rise Raphael, because actually I really like this version of Raphael because because I think it's cool that he looks like he's big and he's strong. I feel like this is what he's supposed to look like. It's actually an alligator snapping turtle, which actually makes him one of my favorite turtles of all time because they changed the size to tofas or tofu. I don't know how to say it, but it's pretty cool. But he does get his size back at the end of the series. But anyways, Raphael this version of Raph is my favorite because I like how also has that spiky shell, and I think that's cool that he has one. But anyways, I think Raphael is just great overall. So anyways, let's move on. Number 13. Number 13 is Stinkfly because I really like Stinkfly's design because I think it's cool that he looks like he's a fly, but he stinks so bad. To be honest, I actually like how he has 4 eyes in the original, but in the newer version he has 2 eyes and he has 2 legs, but in the original he actually has 4 legs, which I like better than the reboot. But anyways, Stinkfly is my favorite. He's one of my favorites because actually I also like that he's the only alien that could fly in the original. But until Jetray or Big Chill. So anyways, let's move on. Number 12. Number 12 is Ghostfreak because Ghostfreak is actually an alien that becomes a villain, which I think that's actually really cool to consider that he actually just really scares Ben in his nightmares, and I think that's kind of cool. And to be honest, he's only in for like the first 2 seasons of the original series, but then he comes back in season 3 as an all-out bad villain in the finale, and I think that was cool to see that Ben actually has to fight Ghostfreak again, and he actually gets him back in the watch, which I actually really love that. So and this is why I probably like Ghostfreak, because he's actually an actual villain. So anyways, let's move on. Number 11. Number 11 is Lloyd. If you're wondering why Lloyd is actually on here, or why some Ninjago guys are on here, well, you're in luck, because I actually really like Ninjago as a cartoon, because I actually watched it when I was little, and I think it's one of my favorite shows when I'm very bored of watching Ben 10 or TMNT all the time. But anyways, Lloyd is actually one of my favorite characters because for the longest time we never knew that he was going to be the Green Ninja. I feel like everyone wanted it to be Kai, but it was going to be revealed that Lloyd was the Green Ninja all along. I thought it was a cool idea that Lloyd was actually the Green Ninja, because I actually really like Lloyd as a character, because it's cool to see that in season 4, I think that he actually cares much about Zane and the other ninja too. So, and it's cool that he got the team back together twice in 2 seasons. So anyways, let's move on. Number 10. Number 10 is Douglas, because I actually like Douglas way better than Gordon, but I actually think Douglas is really cool. I actually like the color black, so that's why I really like Douglas. And I also think the Scottish accent makes him more keen and more pressing to me. I also think he's more of a caring engine, because he actually cares about Oliver, and he actually saves him from Scrap in the one episode called Escape. I think that was actually really nice to see that he actually got some character development there. The thing about Douglas is that I think of him as like one of the best trains as I ever seen. I actually think he's way better than Donald, because I actually really hate Donald,
because Donald just sucks and he looks like Douglas just without the number 10. And actually, that's why Douglas actually has this spot. But anyways, Donald just sucks in particularly. But anyways, let's get back to Douglas, though. Anyways, I really like Douglas. And I think he's one of my favorite, all-time favorite characters of Thomas. So anyways, let's move on. Number 9. Number 9 is James, because James is the only standard gauge red engine on Sodor. And that is actually true, if you look it up. But anyways, James is actually on this list because, just like Gordon, he can be very cocky. But sometimes he has a way to be smart. In the one movie called Journeys Beyond Sodor, and that was CGI, by the way, but he actually broke the fourth wall when Frankie and Hurricane were singing a song. But anyways, James, I'm sorry, James, but you couldn't just crack the top 5. But anyways, James is actually my favorite red engine, and I think he's my favorite red character in any show. So anyways, let's move on. Number 8. Number 8 is Ripjaws, because Ripjaws is also my second favorite alien, because I think it's cool that he can rip through steel with his incredible powerful jaws. And I also like that he also like just he can't only breathe in water, but on land, and when it's so dry he can't breathe. I kind of like that, and sometimes it kind of screws it up, but I still like that idea. The only thing I don't like about Ripjaws is just the breathing part. So I kind of wish Ben can actually just or Max can create Ben something for Ripjaws to wear, and that'd be awesome. Or whenever he turns into Ripjaws, I think that'd be a cool idea. But anyways, I like Ripjaws so much that I just think he's this is why he had to be on the list. So anyways, let's move on. Number 7. Number 7 is Percy, because Percy is really cool, and I think it's cool that he's Thomas's best friend. Although he can be a scaredy cat sometimes, Percy can come out on top. In the one episode, Percy is stuck in the rain or something like that. He actually gets stuck in a flood, but he gets out of it by pushing through it. And I think that's great character development. So anyways, let's move on. Number 6. Number 6 is Oliver, because Oliver is one of my favorite Great Western engines. And I also think it's cool that Douglas also saves him some scraps, so shout out to Douglas on that one. But anyways, the reason why Oliver is number 6 is because I actually really like him more than Duck. And I'll get to Duck later in my honorable mentions. But anyways, Oliver is just so cool. I also like the green paint, and I also think it's cool that he's friends with Duck and Percy and Thomas. And he's also quite nice to everyone else. But anyways, I think Oliver is super cool. Even though he has problems with trucks, he's still a great character. So anyways, let's move on. Number 5. Number 5 is none other than the Blue Tank Engine himself, Thomas. To be honest, where would we be without Thomas? I don't even know. Probably not going to AC Moore or something like that. But anyways, Thomas is definitely the star of the show. I think he's also, to be honest, he was pretty mean in the first season, and he definitely deserved that branch line after saving James. But I think he's one of my favorites because I think he actually has the most screen time more than anyone. Probably more than Gordon, or I don't even know at this point. But yeah, even though he has Percy as his best friend, he basically has 100 friends like Oliver, Tom, James, Henry, Gordon. I don't even know which one to count right now. But anyways, I think Thomas definitely should be on this list is because he's just the number 1 Blue Tank Engine, and if we didn't have him, we probably wouldn't be watching TV. We'd probably be I don't know, doing other stuff, like watching Power Rangers, or I don't know. But anyways, I like this character so much, and I think we definitely need to talk about this guy, and I think he's been there for us all the time. So anyways, let's move on. Number 4. Number 4 is Forearms because he has 4 arms, so that's why he has the spy here. But anyways, Forearms, out of the original aliens from Ben 10, I think Forearms would be the strongest alien compared to Cannibal as the second strongest. But anyways, Forearms kind of looks like a vigilante to me because I think he has that like fight with him. He fought with honor. He kind of looks like the one guy from Zuma Slammers, Ishiyama. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but anyways, I think Forearms is cool, and I think that he has 4 arms, which makes him dope. But I think the character development I think we got was from the one episode where Ben 10 was sick, and I think that it was cool that to see even when he was sick, his aliens still had cool powers they could use still. But anyways, let's move on. Number 3. Number 3 is Accelerate, because Accelerate is actually one of my favorite, all-time favorite speeders. It reminds me of Sonic in some way, but just better. I also like the face shield he has. I also think that's pretty cool. The other thing I also think is cool is that he also has the long claws, and that he can also rip through stuff and shred stuff. I also think that the speed powers work with him. It's also cool that he has balls on his feet, even though they are gliders, so that's kind of cool. I also think the design looks so dope. He kind of looks like Forearms, but like better as Forearms. To be honest, this guy was actually going to be number 1, but I moved him to number 3 because, you know, I put someone else in number 2, and I'm going to talk about him now. So anyways, let's move on. Number 2. Number 2 is 2012 Mikey. To be honest, this one was actually going to be number 1, but there's one more character I actually like better than Mikey. But if you haven't watched my last video about my top 10 favorite TMNT characters, then I would advise you to watch that after this episode. So, anyways, I really like this Mikey because, to be honest, I think it's cool that he doesn't really use Cowabunga anymore, and he has a new catchphrase called Booyakasha. To be honest, I think it's so much better than the old one because, I don't know, I just think it's cooler. The other thing is, I also think that it's cool that he has some, like, I don't know, it's like the chain thing, the one thing that wraps around, like the Sukandi Fari, something like that, in the Rise one. I think it's kind of rip off of the Rise, but I don't mind. I think it's cool to see Mikey getting a new weapon, and it's cool to see him get more character development. So anyways, let's move on. Number 1. Number 1 is Kai, because Kai is actually my favorite character in any show. And to be honest, and the reason is because I actually like that he has spiky hair, if you ever noticed that. But like in like the newer series, he actually has like fiery hair, which actually I like that a lot better than the original. But the reason why Kai is actually on here is because I always wanted him to be the Green Ninja. Back in the day, it was more cooler when Lloyd was the Green Ninja, but now when I just look at it, I think Lloyd was like too young to be it. So I think Kai was a more obvious choice. And I also think he can be funny at sometimes, but like just as like, I don't know, like cocky as James and Gordon, but like I think it's cool to see that he actually has fire for a power, and I think that's dope. So anyways, let's move on. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Please, I need more content, and I'll make more content. I really don't know when, but yeah. But please, I really need to get more subscribers for this channel. And I know I haven't done a YouTube video in probably like, what, like, I don't remember, like a month ago? A month? I don't know. But please, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. So for Up to 5.